it's competence. You know, you are a competent person. You can do website stuff and a lot of programming and whatnot. So you have a lot of competence, I guess. That's what it means.
Competence. Okay.
To be competent means to have a lot of competent, to have a lot of abilities and whatnot. To be appropriate for a task, for example,
Okay.
or
Literate.
purpose.
Uh, literate. Literal.
I think it's literation, but let me look it up just in case. Noun for literate. I'm pretty sure it's literation, but it could be. Oh, it was literateness. Hmm.
Literateness.
Yeah, the quality of being literate. So if you are literate, it means that you are like that you study a lot and whatnot. Well, I got that one wrong, you know. I didn't notice. Okay. Literateness. Yeah, the ness suffix is very common. Um, Let me look that
Uh,
up. Okay, yeah, we add the ness suffix to some words to form nouns. Okay, it's pretty common, honestly, for some words. There you have a link just in case. But yeah, um, for some words we add the suffix ness at the end of the word to form a noun. So if you are literate, uh, it's like you have a lot of literateness. You know, it's quote unquote. Let me try to think of an easier example. You can go on in the meanwhile if you want to.
okay. Expose.
Okay, I just thought of
Yes.
one. Clever and cleverness, for example, right? Or
Okay.
yeah.
Um, expose. Exposity. No.
I think it's exposition. You know, if something is exposed, it's an exposition. I think it goes along those lines. Exposition. Oh, does that make sense to you or not too much?
Exposition. Yeah.
Yeah.
And acquire. Acquisition.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah. It's like you acquire an acquisition or you expose an exposition. You know, it's you can think of that way. You can think of it that way if
Okay.
it's easier for you to come up with it.
Insightful. Insightfully.
Insightfully, when we add ly, I think that's an adverb. Okay. So let me actually write that down. I think we already reviewed this in class, but it's never extra to review it again. So we add ly suffix to form adverbs. Oh no, it's a noun. It's not an adverb. Um, if you
Okay.
wanted to say
Insightful.
insightful, if you wanted to say insightfully, you could say we have something like we have a very capable boss. He would always do his tasks insightfully, something like that. You know, it's like he. Let's see, insight in the dictionary it says the capacity to gain a deep understanding of someone. So if someone does their tasks insightfully, insightfully, you know, with like ly, um, it means that they understand their tasks very well, for example.
Okay. Insightfulness.
I think so, yeah. Uh, Because I wrote down insight, but maybe it's insightfulness. Yeah, I'm not quite sure actually. Huh. Let me write it down just in case. Insightfulness. Okay, let me look it up because I'm uncertain, but maybe you got it right. Let's see. Yeah, it's insightfulness, it seems. Or it's also insight. Yeah, I think both are correct. Let me check. Yeah, both pop up for me, so let me actually look them both up. Hold on just 1 second, okay?
Sight and insightfulness.
Mm, hold on a second, okay? Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I'm here. Insight. I'm misspelling it. Damn it. Hold on, okay? 1 second. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Hmm. I'm misspelling it, but I don't get why. Oh, I was. Yeah, I was checking it up wrong. Hold on a second. You can think of the other ones ahead of time if you want to.
Prestigious.
Could only find insight in the dictionary, so I would write insight just in case.
Okay. Prestigious. I don't know why I think in prestigiousness again, but maybe it's prestige.
Prestige. Yeah.
Prestige. Okay.
Let me look up the exact pronunciation, but it should go along those lines. Yeah, prestige. Like chancho.
Okay.
Prestige. I think it's.
Prestige. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
And why in the verb is is nothing because it's the same.
No, I don't think there's a verb for that. Like, because it's not a verb. You know, if you're like,
Oh, okay.
you
Okay.
have
Okay.
prestige, but you cannot, if you give prestige to someone, there's not a word for that. It doesn't exist. Yeah, I mean, there's no, okay, in Spanish we would say prestigiar, but in English, I don't think there's an equivalent for that.
Okay.
Mm.
Disciplined.
Disciplined. You actually have the
Discipline.
pronunciation right next to the word. It's okay if you can't read it though, but
Discipline. Discipline.
disciplined.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Discipline. Uh, disciplination.
I think it's just discipline, honestly, because
Discipline.
yeah, it's also the verb, but because you discipline kids when you educate them, when you teach them to behave well, but you also have a lot of discipline if you are a disciplined person. Yeah, so I think it's just discipline. Yeah.
Discipline. Okay.
Yeah, you have a lot of discipline if you study very often or you work always at the same time of the day and whatnot. Hmm. Um, yeah, you see the small like e sort of like inverted e in prestigious and discipline in the
See.
pronunciation part. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that one is pronounced like so it's like disciplined. Okay, I'm
This.
over excited. Yeah, I'm over exaggerating it for you to listen to it. Like disciplined. Again, very over
So,
exaggerated, but yeah. And
okay.
prestigious. Like we don't have that sound in
Prestigious.
Spanish, so yeah. Yeah, well done.
Prestigious. Okay.
Prestigious. Yeah, it's like okay. And here comes the interesting part. It says in the right next to this activity, it says which nouns have more syllables than their adjectives. Notice the stressed syllables in the adjectives. Practice saying the words and underline the stressed syllables in the nouns. Listen again and check. Notice that the stress sometimes changes in the noun. Choose the correct option to complete the rule. And you have like all those activities, all those tiny activities leading up to what it then says. Nouns with the suffixes shon and ity, or like whatever, ishi, I don't know. The stressed syllable is always the first syllable or like the syllable before the suffix. Could you grasp that or not quite?
No.
Okay, let's see an example. Let's see an example. For limited, for example, you see how limited ends with like shon, like limitation, like shon?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the suffix shun, right? So the rule, what the rule says, it says that, okay, so limitation is a noun, okay, and it has the shun suffix. So according to this little rule here in activity 1E, can you see that? Can you see like the little colored
An E.
box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which don't have more syllables than the adjective.
Yeah, and it says if it's a noun and it has the suffix shon or et, the stressed syllable is the one that comes right before the suffix, right? So we have limitation, right? So just before the shon is where you place the accent. Limitation. You, can you get that?
Okay.
So for limited, you say,
Great, Sean.
mhm. For limited, you say limited, right? Like the accent is at the very start of the word, limited. But for the noun, it's limitation. You see how
Okay.
the accent changes from the very start of the word to before the shun part.
Yeah. Limited imitation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're over exaggerating it just to learn it. Like when you speak normally, you don't notice that very well. But to practice, you can over exaggerate it like that. Yeah, and it's like that for everything. Motivated, motivation. Okay, yeah, this one too. Necessary, necessity. We don't
Yes.
say necessity. No, we don't say that. We say necessity because the city comes like it comes right afterwards. So necessity because just before the et part we add the accent. Then capable, capability, mental, mentality. Um, which other one? Expose, exposition, acquire, acquisition, uh, and that's it.
Motivate. Motivation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe we can do, since we started a bit late, maybe we can do one last activity from the other book, if I can find it. Um, we are now going to use the book that I sent you right before the class. Do you have it at hand?
Okay. Um, uh, Cambridge English Fields Masterclass.
Yeah, that one. So turn to page 164 of the PDF and book. It just happens to be, it just so happened by chance, by luck even, to land on the same page. So
Unit 4.
It says Unit 4, the future. Because remember that last class we did some of these activities. Hold on a second. I'm sending you a screenshot, okay? Remember that last class we did some of these activities, like of filling in
Yeah.
the gaps and everything? Okay. And the future forms were perhaps particularly tricky. Not only for you, but for me as well, admittedly. Even though I'm embarrassed to say that because I'm the teacher, I should know everything, but okay. But yeah, this
Uh-huh.
one book here, this one page explains it very well. So, okay. I will start, then you read number one, then I read number two, and so on. Unit 4, the
Okay.
future. There are many ways of talking about future time in English. This is a summary of the most common forms and their uses.
Okay. Present continuous. The present continuous is used to refer to future actions or events which have already been arranged. Are you doing anything interesting at the weekend? We're spending the summer with our friends in Greece.
Great. Just a few corrections. I'm not like
Yeah.
lecturing you. I'm not reprehending you. I'm just trying to like help improve. So we say events, arranged. Like the e is silent. Arranged. And
Arranged.
then yeah, well done. And then we say weekend. We don't say weekend. We say weekend. There falls the accent at the end of the word.
Okay.
Can you try that, please?
Weekend.
Yeah,
I
well
mean,
done.
are you doing anything interesting at the weekend?
Yeah, well done. That's weekend. hmm Um,
Okay.
you can imagine me, for example, as a student. I would imagine like I would have an imaginary tilde. I would think of it like there is a tilde there at the last e. So when I picture it that way in my mind, I find it easier to pronounce. Okay,
Okay. Or separate week and end.
yeah,
No.
you can
Week
separate
end.
both syllables. That's how you do it in pronunciation. That's how
Okay.
if you look up the pronunciation, it will be like week and it will separate both syllables. Great. So
Okay.
can you notice how they're using present continuous to refer about the future? There is no will word. There is nothing. If I tell you like, are you doing anything interesting right now? Well, yeah, I'm having an English class, whatever. Are you doing anything interesting at the weekend, tomorrow, in a month? You know, can you see how we use the same structure both to talk about the present, the ongoing present, and about the future? We say it like the exact same way. Isn't that particularly interesting?
Yeah.
For example, we're spending the summer um, in the pool. It could be like right now. But if I say we're spending the summer um, and we will like travel somewhere or someone, it can also be about the future. Yeah, depends on the context, right? To discern
Okay.
whether it is talking about the present or the future. But yeah, you can use present structures to talk about the future. And then we can use will. Will future. Future simple. Will plus infinitive. The will future is used to talk about future facts. So, for example, the sun will rise at 6:30 tomorrow morning. We can also use it for predictions or expectations. I expect Helen and John will be late again. We can also use it for strong intentions. When Loretta retires, I will definitely apply for her job. Instant decisions about the immediate future. The phone's ringing, I will answer it. And office, I will take you to the airport if you like.
Okay. Future continuous. Will plus be plus eng. This form is used to talk about events. It was events or events.
Events.
Events or actions that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. This time tomorrow, I will be traveling through France. Predicted or expected trends in 22nd century, people will be living to the age of 130.
Okay. Do you mind us finishing to read this whole page even though we're a bit past time? Do you mind it or don't you mind?
No, 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 it's okay, it's okay.
Okay, we will do that then. Future perfect simple. Okay, this is the name of the structure. It's like future continuous, present continuous, future perfect simple. Will plus have past participle. Past participle is like the verb in the third column. Okay, so for example, gone
Okay.
or whatever. And future perfect continuous. Will plus have plus been plus ing suffix. These two forms are used to talk about actions or events that will already be completed by a particular time in the future. By the year 2012, I will have left school and started work. Remember how we had an exercise that was like that? That was like by then, by that year, we did have an exercise that was like that. Um,
Yeah.
Continuous nature of actions and events in the future. On Saturday, we will have been living here for 3 years. There was an activity that was like that, remember? That it was like, by this time in the future, we will have been doing this for this amount of time. That's like the structure. I know it's a bit complicated, that's why we are reviewing it. Notes. Shall is sometimes used instead of will after I and we. In a few days, we shall have forgotten about the accident. Shall is a very formal word, though, mind you that. Shall must be used to start questions which are suggestions and offers. Shall we phone to see what time the film starts? Shall I carry that heavy case for you? So it's a very polite word, it can be, I think it's called like a modal word or something. But yeah, I said like, hey, shall I start? Shall I take you to your friend's house? Shall I
It
do the,
sounds more,
sorry?
no, it sounds more British.
Maybe, yeah. British are more formal. Americans aren't this formal. Yeah, because it's like a very old word. Like Old English, I guess it's more related to British, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, Americans kind of stopped, eventually over time they stopped using shall more and more. It's not, no está de moda ya. It's not a tendency anymore to use this very formal and old word. But okay, but it's a formal word. That is nice. Okay, keep on reading 5.
I be going to plus infinity. This is used to talk about intentions, plans, or resolutions. After Christmas, I'm going to get a job and save up. What are you going to do when you leave school? Prediction based on present evidence or knowledge. My nose is tickling. I'm going to sneeze. My sister's going to have a baby.
Question. When in this sample sentence that says, I'm going to get a job and save up, what does save up mean here?
Ahorrar.
Yeah. No, just to check that you knew. When it
Okay.
says, my nose is tickling, I'm going to sneeze, what does that mean?
Ah, me pica la nariz, voy a estornudar.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I just wanted to see if you knew. You know a lot, admittedly. Okay, 6. Present simple. This tense is used to talk about scheduled, timetabled, or fixed events. So something that we have arranged this for this to happen, right? The class starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Like in our schedule, en nuestra agenda, agendamos para que pase esta hora. No, it's like organized. It's an organized thing.
Okay. Other ways of referring to the future: be, chose, about to, plus infinity. This is used to talk about actions or events which we expect to happen in the immediate future. We'd be better hurry, the train is just about to leave. Be on the point of plus ing. This expression also refers to the immediate future. I'm on the point of going out. Could you phone back later, please? Be likely, unlikely to plus infinity. This is used to refer to a probable or improbable actions or events. We're likely unlikely to see Aaaand before next week. Be bound to plus infinity. This is used to refer to action or events which you think are certain to happen. The police are bound to discover who broke in who broke in eventually.
Great. So we have a lot of ways to say that something might happen with that something is very likely, very probable to happen, very bound to happen, or something that is very improbable, very unlikely. That we have a lot of ways of saying it. Okay. Well, it's a bunch of ways, a bunch of grammar structures to refer to the future in different ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, question. Well, it's been roughly a month since we started our classes, our English classes here with you. So do you think so far so good? Do you think is there anything that you think could be done better or that you would like to learn in class? Or...
No, no. I think we are good. I mean, uh, I don't know. You are the teacher, but I think we are okay. I mean, I don't know if I don't know how you see me.
Well, the way I see you is that when it comes to like written stuff, yeah, when it comes to like listening and written stuff and even grammar structures and vocabulary, you're in some aspects, I would say you're better than me actually. But yeah, we can practice more speaking activities perhaps. Um, I think it's very common, or at least in my environment, in a daily basis, in my day to day life, I see like a lot of people who are like too shy to speak in English, too embarrassed. So we can try to like shake that embarrassment off with more speaking activities. I will
Okay.
bring some speaking activities for tomorrow from this book. It has a lot of speaking
Okay.
activities. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll do
Great.
that tomorrow. Well, see you tomorrow then.
Okay. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.